If at any point during this review I slur my words or misspeak, I'm sorry. I had way more brain cells than I do now before I watched this movie. I mean, this legitimately might be the worst thing I've ever seen. What is it? Well, this is Biodome, which was released in 1996 for some ungodly reason. So Biodome is an American comedy film directed by Jason Blum, or at least it would be a comedy film if it was funny in any way, shape, or form. And that's because the film stars Stephen Baldwin and Pauly Shore, who are probably the two most unfunny people on the history of the planet Earth. More unfunny than Carlos Mencia? Yes, more unfunny than Carlos Mencia. More unfunny than Amy Schumer? Well, alright, let's not get crazy, but they're incredibly unfunny. So this film centers around a couple of brain-dead troglodytes who are looking for a bathroom. Somehow they end up locking themselves in a biodome, which is a closed ecological system which scientists are trying to live in for up to a year. And because they have less combined brain cells than a fucking squirrel, obviously they screw everything up. The film was produced on a budget of $8.5 million by the Motion Picture Corporation of America, which was funded off a loan from a British private bank called Coutts, to whom I have to say, I can't believe you've done this. The film somehow grossed $13 million at the box office and was panned by critics, obviously, gaining a record low score on Metacritic of 1 out of 100. It is one of 11 films to have that rating, the other 10 being 10 Rules for Sleeping Around, Chaos, Inappropriate Comedy, Not Cool, The Singing Forest, The Garbage Pail Kids Movie, Death of a Nation, Hard Bodies, Mother's Day, and United Passions. Oh, and you probably could have guessed this already, as there's no way I'd do this on my own accord, but this is a channel points request by Scaro, who I'm currently considering putting a hit out on. You've been warned. You might be thinking, did anything significant at all possibly come from this? Well, believe it or not, yes, because briefly in a cameo appearance in this movie, Jack Black and Kyle Gass performed as Tenacious D on screen for the first time ever, which is proof that even the greatest of evils can do some good. But it's time for me to lose the remaining brain cells I have as we go through and review Biodome, which was released in 1996. God help us all. So our film begins with best friends Bud Squirrel McIntosh and Doyle Stubbs Johnson, who live together and have so little brain cells that they're barely classified as human beings. They go about trying to injure themselves so they can get out of a Save the Earth rally with their environmentalist girlfriends Jen and Monique. Jen and Monique decide to get back at them by prank calling them from the rally, claiming that they're going on dates with other guys. Bud and Doyle decide to drive down there, and as they're on their way, they pass some mysterious place called the Biodome. Doyle needs to use the bathroom and they think it's a shopping mall, so they head there. It is in fact not a shopping mall, it is in fact an environmental experiment where 5 scientists led by a Dr. Noah Faulkner are going to live there for a year. Bud and Doyle then distract everyone around there by setting off firecrackers before sneaking in to use the bathroom in the Biodome's rainforest. However, while they're in there, the Biodome is sealed, and Bud and Doyle are now stuck with the scientists for a whole year. Dr. Leakey, who's the head investor of the project, demands that Dr. Faulkner get them out, but Faulkner refuses, as it would ruin the experiment. Dr. Faulkner has decided that they will stay, which is just the worst idea, as over the course of several weeks, months even maybe, Bud and Doyle just proceed to destroy everything and ruin countless experiments. They even manage to let loose a bunch of rare species of bug, which they end up killing with giant flypaper. For this, they're punished and not given dinner, so they decide to try to escape and sneak for the vents. They end up in a room with a secret stash of junk food, and they eat the food while getting high off laughing gas. And for Dr. Faulkner, this is finally the last straw, and he banishes them to the desert, where they will die. The two are starving to death, and just as they're about to kill and eat a lizard, they notice a key in one of the windows, and voila, they're free. They order pizza from Monique's mom's boyfriend Russell, who lets them know that the girls are at some sort of Save the Earth party. And they decide the only way to win their girlfriends back is to throw an even bigger party. But where are they gonna throw it? Why, the Biodome, of course. And at that other party, they all hear about the Biodome party and rush on over there. This is also where that Tenacious D performance takes place, by the way. And also, can I highlight this pure stupidity that you made a comedy movie and you had access to Jack Black and all you did with him, Jack fucking Black, all you did with him is have him sing in the background for approximately 20 seconds. But anyway, the party commences and they completely destroy the biodome, and Faulkner goes crazy and tries to choke a dude, and then he gets handcuffed to a tree. Monique and Jen show up, but they're not impressed because Bud and Doyle's party has completely destroyed the biodome, and as a result, they break up with them. The next day, Dr. Leakey is understandably pissed, and also Faulkner is gone, looking like he's chewed through his handcuffs. The rest of the scientists are planning to leave, but Bud and Doyle are like, no, you can't leave, and plus you have no choice since Doyle just swallowed the key. So thus the entire crew band together and start repairing the biodome, which gains national media attention. Several months pass and we're just a day away from the biodome being opened again. But Faulkner, who now looks like Grizzly Adams, has been hard at work making some homemade bombs. Coconut bombs, in fact, which he tricks Bud and Doyle into helping him set up across the entire biodome. However, when they're playing catch with one, it explodes and they quickly realize what they've done. They decide they've got to stop him, so they chase him across the whole biodome trying to get the detonator before the whole place explodes. Doyle's able to catch him up in that sticky fly paper and then knocks him out with a rock, and Bud presses the button to stop the explosion about a second quick. And yay, everything's saved. We can all go home now. Let's leave this biodome. Oh shit, here comes Faulkner and he's got another coconut bomb and it explodes, but they're all fine, they leave anyway. And then Bud, Doyle, Monique, and Jen drive off into the distance until Doyle has to pee again, and they make their way into some mysterious nuclear power plant. And the film ends with Faulkner, who's escaped the biodome, running from the police throughout the desert. You know, I really don't know what I ever did to Scarro, man. Like, I really thought him and I were friends. I thought we had a good relationship. We've known each other for a couple years. Never had any problems with the guy. I always liked the guy. Been to his streams a lot, you know. But apparently he just hates my fucking guts. He's been planning my demise this entire time. And, I mean, he fucking did it. He successfully, after years of careful planning, destroyed my fucking brain cells. So, I hope you're happy, buddy. But then again, you had to wait 3 months to get the channel points to even request this, so joke's on you, I guess? No, the joke's still on me. Stephen Baldwin also said, by the way, that he wanted to make a sequel of this, but that was in 2013, and there's been no sequel, so let's hope to God it stays that way. Also, the biodome in this movie is based off the Biosphere 2 in Oracle, Arizona, which is basically doing the same experiment, except with a lot less brain damage. Brain damage is what I have, is this might just be the worst film I've ever seen. Stephen Baldwin and Pauly Shore might just be the two worst actors I've ever seen. Like, aside from the brief Tenacious D cameo, this had absolutely positively nothing of value. It was just annoying, unfunny, random-ass jokes for 90 minutes, which made it feel like 3 hours. It's... Jesus Christ. It is so unbelievably bad, and it is, as much as I've described it to you, I still can't do it justice. If you really want to see how bad it is, watch it for yourself. Except no, don't do that, because you'll lose your brain cells just like I did. My official review of this is avoid, dear God, avoid. What a weird month this is on the channel. We did John Wick last week, now we're doing this, but luckily next week we're going back to Awesome again, as we'll be reviewing The Crow. But for now, I'm gonna go collect what's left in my brain. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Scarl, for using your points on this. I'm coming for you. If you want to follow any of my social media links, they're all in the description down below. Thank you to all my patrons for supporting me and my channel. With all that being said, though, my name is Noah Taff. This has been my review of Biodome, released in 1996. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.